The Adventure Playground is open for the season.
That's right. And this morning we are taking you inside Leonardo's basement, a student-created space that's been providing a really unique learning experience for 22 years now. Shayne Wells, we've talked about it, is our explorer this morning. She's checking out the workshop. A great idea if you're looking for kids something to do in the summertime.
Definitely, and I know you brought Caitlin here back in the day, so you're familiar with Leonardo's basement. Now the place has changed over the years, and now you can see we have this great adventure playground, clearly weather dependent when it's open, and we even got some friends out here to play with us this morning. Everyone yell hi! There's more of them, but here's the deal. You can't see them because they're inside what looks like the Millennium Falcon or something. Steve Jevning is here with us. He's the executive director and has been since its inception. Such a different place, and you described it so well. I love the word you use, quirky.
It is quirky, and it's always changing, like you said, because the program is built around kids' interests and needs. They're always changing things, so things disappear and they get reimagined, and this adventure playground is exactly that, a big, giant play area.
And it's one, too, we were talking about, obviously geared toward kids that are a little older, not like toddlers or anything, but you can come out here and really do whatever you feel. What is kind of the goal? I mean, I know when my daughter came in, she's out there somewhere, by the way. She's one of our guinea pigs today. She kind of stood still for a minute when you walked in, kind of like, what do I do? And then you see kids start to figure out free play.
You do, and the big difference for us is that most of our programming that's indoor in workshops is 80% building and 20% play. And we flip that around outside. So we encourage them to play and imagine things. And if they want to build, fine. But it's mostly about big, large motor playing.
And there's a big event as you get ready and gear up for the season going on this weekend. You want to tell us about the 28th?
Yeah, so on the 28th, we will have an all-ages family printmaking workshop, and people are sure invited to come and use all the different materials we have in the shop to make gifts, either for themselves or someone who's precious to them.
And maybe also check out the playground and get some playtime in?
You bet. Yeah, we might let them outside.
It's going to be a nice one. I have a question. Chip, this car over here, does Jurassic Park, does the movie studio know you have that?
They kind of do. We built that for Orchestra Hall. And so it was a prop, a photo op when they showed the movie along with the orchestra. We've done a number of those kinds of projects for other people.
It's kind of cool to see that sitting there.
It is. It's a great plaything, and for kids who like to climb in cars and pretend they're driving and be afraid of dinosaurs, it is a perfect starter for those stories.
Most definitely. Okay, so coming up next, he mentioned the printmaking shop, so we're actually going to go in, we're going to try it out, we're going to bring the kids in too, so we'll have that for you coming up in the next hour. We're also going to do some tinkering. We're going to go find some stuff to play in here.
I could see, though, as you at first blush, when you're standing there, like Karis wasn't, looking around like, where do I even begin with all this? It's like, but then once you figure it out.
Yeah,
that's right. It's just imagine and play. All right, Shayne Wells, we look forward to the next time we check in with her. Well, Leonardo's basement is a learning staple in the Twin Cities, a space created by students, for students now, more than 20 years ago.
The Adventure Playground just opened for the season, and they're just having so much fun there. I know Shayne has some special guests this morning, one in particular. Good morning, Shayne.
I do, and I cannot wait to introduce her to you. Good morning. Okay, first of all, have you ever seen a pinball table like this? Created and built here, and look, very fast. Well, that was quick.
Cool.
Okay, so you walk in, well, can't plan it. So you walk into Leonardo's basement, and you're not in a basement, first of all. Leonardo, referring to Leonardo da Vinci, all about creativity. We were out in the Adventure Playground earlier, which just opened for the season. Now we're inside. And it feels a little bit like you walked into your grandparents' basement or a garage where you kind of want to like check out all this stuff, but usually parents say, no, don't touch, you can't do that. Here, you're encouraged to touch and play. And right now, we're doing a little printmaking, and this is part of a class that's going to be offered up this weekend. Okay, tell me what you got going on here.
I am making a piece of wood with stickers on it, and then I'm going to take the stickers off, so then there's going to be a rhino that's white and a cheetah that's white.
You have a full plan. I like it. Hello, miss. What's your name?
Mom.
Okay, so that's my daughter, Karis. What are you making? Oh, can you show the camera?
Yeah.
Show Chip. What are those? Why'd you pick those letters?
Because that starts a saying.
Because Shayne, that's the S, and then the T's for?
Tillman.
Brother Tillman, and then you, Karis. So that's going to be a Mother's Day thing. Okay. Now, also, earlier, you were out in the playground, and you and Eleanor got busy, and part of the Adventure Playground is just seeing what they're going to tinker with and what they make. Can you show us what you made, Eleanor? Oh, no, his hat fell off again. Okay, who is this?
This is Mr. Rosy Cheeks. Mr. Rosy Cheeks. We made him when we were in Adventure Playground, and he was really cute when we made his little face.
He's darling.
And then I decided to give him a hat.
Okay, so they go out there, and it's a big playground, and then they end up making this robot, and they're going to mount it out there so it can watch all the kids as they play. Tracy Nielsen, there we go, program director. Tell us what the kids are working on now, and if someone wants to bring their kids to this workshop.
Yeah, so they are doing printmaking, and whatever they want to do with the tools and materials available. They're
That's what they gotta do.
messing around with different kinds of inks and different ways to make stamps and different ways to design images, however they see fit. The event is on Sunday the 28th, and it's for ages 5 to 105. So we'll have opportunities to do carving on linoleum or wooden blocks to do printing. We'll have some screens. So really depending on how old someone is and what their experience is, it might look different.
Okay, that'll be fun to see whatever makes, and already having a good time seeing all the different creations from the kids here this morning. Coming up in the next hour, we're going to head back out to the Adventure Playground and see what else we can create and build this morning.
Yeah.
Back to you guys.
We love Karis's response to you. Mom.
Mom.
You know who I am.
That's cute.
Karis, say hi.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Karis.
Oh, that's cute.
What a sweetie.
I like learning about Mr. Rosy Cheeks.
Mr. Rosy Cheeks and Karis. Very cute.
There are almost endless summer camps, by the way. There are options for kids all across the Twin Cities.
A lot of options. Shayne Wells checking out just one spot this morning, and this one offers a one-of-a-kind creative learning environment, one that kids really of all ages can enjoy, adults included, right, Shayne?
Absolutely. So we've been kind of focusing on, we have kids here who are a little on the younger age, so 10 and under today. But for the older kids, the teens, and maybe even adults, there's a welding, a metalworking shop. We have Tracy Nielsen, she's the director here. What happens in this area?
This is, like you said, for teens and adults, and they weld, they cut metal, they bend metal, they grind metal to make something. And like everything that happens here, for some people it's more about art, making an art piece for their garden or their shelf, and for some people it's practical, making a welded base for furniture.
Wow.
Or for a pet cage or something like that. So we never
Can they
know
just
what
come
people are
pick
going to do.
stuff out of here? Because I mean, you have all this different types of...
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. And sometimes people bring in their own material if they have something really specific that they're interested in doing. We had a family that came in and welded together and made a rack for their canoe storage.
So handy.
And yeah,
I can't imagine having those kind of skills.
Exactly.
So there's that.
Yeah, people come and learn while they're here.
Okay, let's walk outside. This is where our little helpers, little learners are out today. And while we're doing this, I have to say, Leonardo's basement. The man in charge is not named Leonardo, and we are not indeed in a basement.
Exactly.
Where did it come from?
Yeah. So we're named for Leonardo da Vinci because it's art, engineering, science, design. Any way you can take an idea from your head and make it into something that you can show to others. And we think if Leonardo da Vinci had a basement, it would be like this. It would have lots of tools and stuff and lots of freedom to make decisions.
Let's go see let's check in on the kids here. Hey, Karis, what are you working on?
I'm throwing this in.
Why? What are you going to do with it?
I have no idea.
What is your plan, Molly?
Well, if
That's
any
gonna be
of
heavy.
my enemies come near here,
I'm in a
I'll
dangerous
dump them
place.
on.
Oh, we're watching out for enemies?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Yeah.
Can you fold my jacket?
This is what happens when you bring your daughter to work day. Yeah, I can fold your jacket. There you go. That's good. Karis, say hello.
Hi.
Sometimes you need kids for live shots, and I got a few at home, so I thought I'd bring one out here. One of the things I was asking earlier to Tracy was, I was looking at these big columns back here. They're so unique, and it's a great story, too, of just how it works. Where did they come from, and what did they become?
They came from our friends at the amazing Can Wonderland. They got the columns from the Minnesota Orchestra, who had them as part of a set, and they couldn't figure out a way to make it work in their space, so they offered them to us, and we offered them up to a group of our teens a couple of summers ago to build a structure that was secure enough for people to be on and build on and play on, and they did that. So it has, last year they added the bike tire, and they added a tire swing, and it depending on who's up there, they imagine it to be all different kinds of things. But yeah, our teens built it.
So incredible to see the creativity, because as an adult, as I walk out here, I'm kind of like, what would I do? And I don't have that kind of thinking that we see with the kids. If people want to bring their kid out here, or check out the summer camps or some of the programs. You have one this weekend, too, that's going on.
Absolutely. Actually, next weekend.
Next
the
weekend.
28th.
28th. Yep. I'm a weekend ahead.
Yep. So they can sign up online, give us a call, send us an email to ask questions. We have a lot happening. There are about 125 things online right now, because again, for some people it's about art, some people are 6, some people are 30. So we have a whole range of things, from animation, furniture making, woodworking. It's a big range. Make a dinosaur on wheels, build Hogwarts, learn how to use a laser engraver. So there's a huge range. So online is up to date.
Okay, endless opportunities and a great chance to bring your kids to maybe have some unstructured free play, because we don't really, as parents, have that opportunity that often. Here it is, and right now we're watching out for the enemies.
And they're having a good time. So it's a win-win. Shayne, thank you. That was fun. Thanks, Shayne.
Well, parents are already deep in the summer camp planning process, and one option that offers some unique experiences is at a unique location in Minneapolis.
Shayne Wells explores everything it has to offer.
We're inside of Leonardo's basement. This is the adventure playground portion of it, and this is the program director, Tracy Nielsen. Open for the season.
Absolutely. Kids come, and kids ages 6 to 17 and play, and sometimes they build projects out here. Sometimes they rearrange things or add water features or repair things. Sometimes they invent new games.
Yeah, this is unlike any playground I've ever seen before, and I'm a mom of 2, so I've seen a lot of playgrounds in my time.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite kind of feature here?
I don't know if I do. I would say that the Millennium Falcon is a favorite of everybody. We do adult events here, and adults want to come and play, and they want to go up high. I love how it changes all the time, how kids will add ramps and slides, and they'll make teeter-totters. Last summer they made a zip line. So my favorite part about it is that it's never the same place twice, that kids make these decisions and they get to make it in a way that makes sense to them.
And seeing what they create. It's got to be exciting. It never gets old, right?
Exactly. Nope, it doesn't, because it's never static. It is always a little bit different.
And it's been around since 1997, but if people want to bring their kids, sign them up for summer camps, or take maybe part in this weekend's event, can you tell us how we can do that?
Yeah, so we keep everything online. So leonardosbasement.org is where we have all of our workshops. We have about 125 summer workshops online right now. We have family events. We have one-time builds for kids and teens. Most often people make things that they take home with them inside our shop. So there's 3D printing and laser engraving and welding and furniture making. Other times they work together and they make big collaborative things like this. This summer we're going to have a week of Harry Potter.
Oh boy.
And they will build Hogwarts where we're standing right now. And we'll have
Perfect.
a family festival to celebrate everybody's favorite wizard.
I love it. Okay, so fun to see the kids and how they're creating and what they're doing with this park. Earlier they made a robot that's going to be now overlooking the other kids as they play. You never know what can happen, so a really fun spot to bring your kids and let their creativity run wild. Back to you.
Let it run wild in someone else's yard.
That's exactly right.
Awesome.
That's what I was thinking.
Looks great.
Yep.